spiritual truth and how to utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And y'all check this out, man. Have y'all ever heard someone say they healing? Have y'all ever heard someone say if God is meant for it, this relationship will work? Well, I got a whole little thing to go on before we even think about it like that. As y'all see, we all are starting to unwind and starting to drop these little religious little systems and all these little systems that once had us believe in them, all the way down to the politics. Now, let's go ahead and get into it and let's talk about how deep it is because a lot of people love, and I mean, when people get up in here, we're going to talk about it a little bit more deeper because y'all will be able to come up with more angles and just see how crazy it goes. But it's always someone that's using God further their relationship, further they had to make a move. And a lot of these things, I don't think people understand. Before we even get into it too deep, y'all don't think that it might be free will? A lot of people be overthinking things. And I ain't going to get up here and try to sound like a smart guy or nothing like that. But it's time to start realizing a lot of stuff they gave us to hold on to, even the way that we go about our relationships, have been bullshit, have been fake, have not been what we thought. You know what I'm saying? And fooled us all. You know what I'm saying? Even to this monogamous thing, it's a lot of stuff go on where it don't make sense, and it only puts you in a worse predicament. Even with the marriage of actually them trying to bring God into a marriage by having you go to a court system and having to get married in under the good law of man, which is someone they also say is they are authorized from God to be the judges and be these people that control the law, which you know that's not true. Because you see, they go to school and get degrees and have to pass a bar in order for them to become a lawyer. So we already see right now, a lot of this stuff don't mean no good for you. And it's only to get you to buy in for it. And what's the buy in for it is just to control things. So even when down to your relationship, if they could control it. Think about it. You got a birth certificate. You got a death certificate. A child is not free to deliver. I don't know, do anybody know, but a child is not free to deliver. And also, when you pass away, it costs money for you to get buried. Even though we know it all is an organ harvest, but at the end of the day, this is how this stuff works. It's getting better, y'all, where I could be able to just talk freely like this, and a lot of people actually catch on and don't think somebody crazy. Because I don't do no shrooms, I don't do no damn drugs, period. So when they get down to it, that's just what it is, bro. I've never been in no mental institute. I always get scat scans because I done had a lot of different injuries and stuff. So it never find nothing with the brain, no none of that stuff that people like to bring up. Now the problem is people being delusional, and especially the women nowadays, right? They got the women doing the I'm healing stage. So no matter how long she hurt, it could be 15 years later, she could still just say I'm healing. And y'all, we got to put to that shit. We got to. Because you can't sit there, say you healing, and still deal with other individuals and take your pain out on them. Y'all already know what hurt people do. Hurt people hurt people. Do you have any other hobbies but maybe radio stuff? I got a lot of different hobbies, bro. Not just hobbies. Yeah, well, that's the way I like to look at it too, because it shouldn't be something we forced to do. So I got a lot of different things I like to do. I'm in all type of networking. I got a vlog channel where I'm with my family and stuff. I got a gaming channel. Hell, I'm about to make a music one, but I don't play. But back to the programming. When these people come up to this and you hear this saying they need to heal first and stuff like this, I want y'all to realize that healing never ends. How many of those people you heard say I'm healed? Ain't too many of those people say they healed. You know why? Because this is a victimizing thing of a feminist mentality that was created that make you feel like this, right? So you also got the men, you got men that got their ways too. But right now we're talking about the main ones that uses I'm healing. I'm still healing. I'm sorry, I don't see that many men posting or on the internet or even talking about in real life they're healing. They'll say, bro, I've been through some shit. I don't really know if I want to deal with somebody like that no more. But the actual I'm healing, and you ask them, when are you going to be done healing? They'll tell you when God healed them. Here we go. Here we go. So if y'all can't be y'all can't be accountable esoterically. You can't be accountable physically. When are you going to start being accountable and maybe realize that a lot of this stuff is just like the world right now? It's our fault. Do y'all think they supposed to got this far? Look at how they hide things. Look how they get rid of people. We don't do no investigation back then on them. Now you got the internet. You got more people, more access, more prone to it. People started to get him to it. You get what I'm saying? People smell waking up and smelling the coffee, how they used to say back in the days. And we starting to see that there was a lot of bullshit, especially when it came down to this whole healing thing. I'm telling y'all, bro, my whole life I'd never heard of this healing shit until after the internet got big with the so called spiritual content creators that was really just victimizing ass people that was hurt and was coming out preaching to the world. So this goes for the red pills and the blue pills. So the red pills was some dude that got hurt by a female, and the blue pill was some female that got hurt by a dude, or sometimes just got hurt by a whole nother female, and prolonging it and taking it out on other opposite genders. So this is what we got. We got the men looking like they gay, looking shaky, looking like they don't like women. Then we got the women looking like they studs, looking like they, don't like like dudes. So when you're starting to look at that, that lets you know this that world of healing. Let everybody tell it. How are you healing forever? How long do it take to heal? A cut only take a couple days to heal. So why does it take for people to heal so long in a relationship? If you was that hurt and your mind, do you know it's a mental thing? That meaning your mind, you keep recycling it. Instead of you letting it go, you know how they say, God say, let go and forgive? You can't even forgive yourself, or you can't forgive what happened. So what you do is put yourself in a mental, insane, solemn, where you want a different response. So no matter how good the person treats you, or the people around you, or the person that didn't even do it to you, you take it out on them. You know why? Hurt people hurt people. So now back to what I was saying. You can't ask God to heal you, or you can't say that God has something to do with your relationship. That is something out of free will you got. Go try it. Go ask this person out. This person could be like, you could sit there and be like, God told me to ask you out. Christians and pastors say it all the time to the women in their church. It don't work all the time, bro. That only go for the gullible people that don't know God and put more faith in what you're saying than anybody else. I'm telling y'all this shit, man. Y'all ain't gonna hear nobody talking about this on the internet. They talking about everything else. Let's get to these motherfuckers that keep saying they're healing. Let's get to these people that keep saying, oh, if God steer our relationship, God ain't got nothing to do with your relationship, dog. If God had anything to do with a lot of these people's relationships, cheating would have never been a thing. No trust would have never been a thing. How you can have trust or faith in a relationship, but yet you're blind. Anytime somebody tell you to have faith and you go out in the woods and you're walking blind, you're the idiot, because you don't know the circumference or the environment that you in before you play ball. So now you got a whole bunch of people that's like, oh, I'm healing. So you don't even know the environment you about to go play in, or they don't even know the environment that they're carrying. So when they get into it with somebody, they bring all them fucking problems and all that shit right back around base. So it look like a goddamn home run. It look like a damn baseball game. Because as soon as they get somewhere, and as soon as that one person hit one goddamn strike, pam, then you're out. I'm telling you now, there ain't going to be no 3-strike buildup, because these people already hurt. You're going to catch that same fucking sweat that old boy supposed to caught that hurt her. They're never going to give the person that hurt them the actual hurt, because that person already defeated them. That person have hurt them and moved on. Now, this is vice versa. This girl or man, it don't matter. But what I'm saying, y'all, I'm just keeping it fucking 100. I'm not a genderist or none of that. The main people I see say something about healing is females. So that's why I came in from that era. But if you want to get to dudes being a little weird, saying that females hurting their feelings and they don't want to keep investing in stuff, stop simping. Stop being things that you shouldn't do. Now, simps have destroyed that. So if you don't know, real men do not like simps. Real men do not like a man that don't have a spine. I don't know how I work with other genders, but I'm going to tell you this. As a man, we hate a sorry motherfucker. Why? Is it because we are carrying this, we're doing our part, and when we look at a motherfucker that can't do their part, it pisses us the fuck off. I'm telling you this. Because it takes so much energy and so much focus. You get what I'm saying? How these things going. You got the kids going. You got this going. Even if you don't have kids and stuff, just as being the man, you got to know inside your head, something go down, it's up to you. So the whole mentality you got to have is completely different than what you got to have as a woman. You get what I'm saying? And this is the reason why they use these things against each other. If y'all don't know what genocide is, let me bring it to you, because that's what we got to stop. And all this do is create genocide. Like I said, hurt people hurt people. So now you got two genders all playing games with each other, and then they get into the point where it's looking like both genders is becoming more gay than they ever was. So that is scary. You know what I'm saying? That is like without them actually having to give you a vaccine. Like real talk. So this is how that goes. So a lot of people don't understand it. This is the reason why I love making music and all that gone. Now they're talking about drill music. Ain't no lay you down and chill. It's talking about spinning around a block and hit a drill. I'm sorry to hit y'all with some bars and some rhyme, but I'm just keeping it real. But anyways, y'all, that's just how it goes. Like it goes to the point that you can easily rap about this stuff. You can easily freestyle about this stuff because it has became the normal. And that's what we supposed to been fighting for. But a lot of people seem like they got beat so much spiritually in this spiritual warfare, like they forgot it was a spiritual warfare and just started giving up. It ain't no time to give up. I bet you a lot of people thought I would have gave up, especially having 0 viewers for a whole fucking 40 minutes one day. But I didn't, bro. Kept going in, kept pushing the gas. Because a lot of times, bro, when it come out of this type of stuff here, this not no viewage, this not no YouTube battle. This is a spiritual warfare. You supposed to be telling everybody out here to get them soldiers right. That's actual soldiers. Now, the people that ain't woke, I ain't got time for that. I ain't one of these people that's walking around with the coffee trying to wake you up. No, I'm trying to talk to the people that already got their intelligence together, where we could map out things and actually come up with better ideas and able to relate it and be able to transmute this energy to getting something actually going. I ain't got time to be trying to not even transmute, but try to help somebody grow, and then they're trying to mutate because they don't want to take the process the right way. Like I told somebody the other day, when we was up here talking, somebody could know something, but it's a big difference when they actually know of it as an intelligent way. So you got a knowledgeable way of you knowing the word, but when you actually know the meaning of the word, like know how to make the word play out without saying it, whether you knew the word or not, this is how you get lost into the word. Then you only creating the word. People getting lost in the words. That's what I told you. They waiting for somebody to come up here and use a whole bunch of big vocabulary words just for them to believe that person and put trust in that person. And then to come to find out this motherfucker more snake than anybody because they're out there, they're focused on being a con artist and using all this damn vocabulary, education, and all that. And y'all forgot. If you was going to take over the world, why would you educate the people to be critical thinkers and come up with plans where they could end your shit? So you telling me you wouldn't end their relationships? You telling me you wouldn't end they solitude of they self? You telling me, come on, why y'all think it's so much trouble? Oh, y'all think cost of living and all that is actually real? Y'all think taxes and all that is actually real? Y'all think something that's real. Y'all think it's real because you really paying for it or they really got you participating in it. That doesn't mean it's real, dog. You ever seen a play? That's exactly what this is. That's why some people call it, because all it is a play. It is. Now you don't go along with the agenda, you would not be along with the agenda. You get what I'm saying? You go along with it, you go against the agenda, they will try to get you from up out of it. So part of being an agenda is keeping the actual spiritual people pulled back. While you let the ignorant, blind ones, egotistical ones, or the ones that's too stuck into themselves, where they're scared to open up and admit themselves. So religion itself is a play. Politics is the stage. Politics, entertainment, and all that is the stage. I'm trying to tell y'all, they 5 pillars. Business, all that goes together. You have to be a wolf eat wolf. Look at the entertainment business. In order to get into a play, you have to be the best. In order to be a politician, you have to be the best. In order to be a what is called a pope, you have to be the best. In order to be an educational person, you have to be the best, aka a teacher. So you have to be the best of everything. But yet they the ones that's controlling those roles of what you could be the best at. So if you're not part of the limited hangout sections, don't know secret powers, don't know brotherhood, sororities, and you know you ain't got nothing backing you, no secret society, no none of that. That mountain gonna be leaving splinters when you climb up it. And not only just by them, by the people that look just like you as well, and didn't know they signed up to an agency because they went to go sign up with a program called genocide. So they literally know how to kill themselves or the people that look like them better than the opposite enemies because that's all they know. You ever been to a Christian? That's all they know is Jesus. They don't know no other gods, and they don't want to know. So you got to understand how they get knocked out in the wrongest areas ever. That lets you know, big as your mind is and much as it can expand, you rather put it over here and get it stuck here, although it ain't working, and you can't witness none of the stuff you said in here. So you bearing a false witness all the way to it. So this is what we got going on today. Do not bear a false witness. Do not follow false leaders. Do not get blind by the light. You get what I'm saying? Do not engage in sex without marriage. And y'all don't understand that sex without marriage is not talking about 2 different people. It's talking about your thought form versus your emotions. That thought and that emotion don't belong together. It'll be very self-destructive. Sometimes you don't need those thoughts. Every thought and emotion it might not be yours. You get what I'm saying? You know how the wind blow? The wind is also known as our thoughts. The fire is known as our ideas or our spirit. So let me break it down to y'all with some real deal astrology elements. I don't even know what you call it normally, but either way, you see what I'm saying? It's a vocabulary word out there for it. I'm probably mentioning it in my last lives or a couple years ago. But the point is, that's just how it goes. You know what I'm talking about. You know it's four main elements. A lot of y'all like to include the fifth element and say ether. But if I'm just talking about the four main elements, y'all know it's four elements, and each element contains three zodiacs in each element, which makes the same amount as 4 times 3, which is 12 months of the year. So each 12 months, each part of the 12 months is cut like this. You have the spring, you have the summer, you have the fall, and you have the winter. This is how this is cut. Each one of them have cardinal, fixed, mutable. So even from the start of the spring is Aries. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. That's spring. Then you go to the summer. That's Cancer, Leo, Virgo. That's the end of the summer. The fall is Libra, Scorpio, Sag. That's the end of the fall. The winter is Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. That'd be the end of that. Y'all don't see how it's split in 12s? You know how they say the great 144? What I want you to think about this. Think about 12 times 12. So think about your alignments being twice. You have a sun sign and you have a moon sign. So yeah, you have different planets playing different positions. So once you starting to understand that, the reason why they come up with some religions and they say the 12 candles, you know what I'm saying, the light, this is the reason why people get so lost. You can't go into these things and thinking it's talking about your actual relationship. So when it comes to debunking, is God actually in your relationship? I'm killing the whole thing. Where there's nothing left. Well, you could grab your own Bible and then you start realizing that it wasn't talking about marriage as in talking about you connecting with somebody else. It was talking about marriage as in with you and your understanding. Your thoughts and your emotions coming together. If your thoughts and your emotions was not anointed by God, those things have not be coming together, coming to lost form. So another way or a physical way to look at it is if something wrong with the father or the mother, it's a big chance that the baby might not come in this world. But if they both in this world, it'll be a big chance that the baby come in this world and be alive when it makes it. So we understand the power of God coming as life, but God also come as death. So y'all have a messed up understanding of what if death is. So y'all have ceremonies of death just to have people cleanse for the organs and do not realize that is exactly what it's for. It was not for nothing else. It has nothing to do with the ground. We come from the ground. The same thing that happened to a plant or a leaf. Same thing that happened to an animal or anything else like that. We come from that. So even when we doing this whole casket plan and stuff like that, all of this stuff, from the changing, from singing the church, slavery escape songs, to from us burying people in the ground, to all of that, y'all. And I ain't telling y'all I don't do these things. I don't got control of my whole family. But I'm gonna tell y'all this. I know the feeling and I know what it is. You go do some thinking. Yeah, it probably was a certain ceremony, but it wasn't the way that we doing it. Y'all gotta understand it. We done went to doing so many ways the other way, and we wondering why our ancestors can't connect us, if y'all wanna say that, right? It's because you doing everything as the colonizer. So your ancestors gonna be the colonizers. The ones that we look at as heroes that took over the world and killed innocent people that was on their lands. You know what I'm saying? We always look at them like they was heroes. Look at them. Look at your history book. You had to learn about these people. Part of your heroes, but that's how this world. Regardless, people was going to get to this point in life, y'all. If they said Egyptian and all these other times before then had already had electronic internet and all that, y'all don't think it was going to get back to that regardless? But no, when the man got to put their hand in civilization, they got to force it and shift it and mutate it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That is basically what we is. We all growing up eating mutated food that's not real, seedless watermelons, seedless fruit, but somehow it's creating. Like I said the other day, you can't have a seedless dad and expect to get here. It makes no sense. That ain't how it works. I'm sorry, player. That ain't how it goes. But anyways, y'all, I have to chop this shit up because I have to be a big spirit. I have to be daddy spirit right now. And give some of these kids spirits a whooping because they don't understand. Like, you've been lost. The person that I had after you, that was more like a babysitter. And I told them not to do all that. But they tried to run off with you. You get what I'm saying? So esoterically, I got to smack y'all for God and get back on the right team. And we're going to talk about God in that way. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to talk about the great spirit in that way. That's how we're going to do it. What team is you on? There's only two sides, dog. You can't serve two masters either. And that's the problem with people. Yeah, you think, and I hate to be this hard on people, but bro, y'all gotta think. And whether everybody got a religion or not, that ain't got nothing to do with my life. You'll start seeing it when you missed half your life, donating it to something that has no means for you. So even when it comes down to your relationship, God ain't got nothing to do with your relationship. God ain't got nothing to do with your rent. If you don't pay your rent right now to the rent man, you think that got something to do with God or is that free will? Exactly. Otherwise, none of us would be working for a God that do not deserve it. Do y'all not hear y'allself? The evilest people in the world is the most biggest businessmen in the world that run the world. So y'all think they rightfully belong to be in that position? Or do y'all think that they knew that we was weak and waiting on somebody else to handle our business? So they came and did it themselves. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, I don't get it. I don't get it. How some of the people still with it? And we can't expect for the whole world to wake up and then for us to make a move or something like that. Hell no. That ain't gonna never happen. New spirit study coming in. It's just like a new plant. You can't expect that new tree to do what that old tree been doing for years. He's just getting here. Give him time to grow. Just like a new insect, vegetable, all that stuff. I don't know why humans just get into the point that where they think they're so special that they just stop thinking that they're even part of life. And then we just say, oh, we just like plants. We do reverse photosynthesis and shit. And like, oh, wow. Then now we don't understand. Oh, we just like the earth. We got minerals in our body and stuff too. Oh, now you understand that. Like, come on, bro. Y'all got to quit this shit. Like I told y'all, they make y'all pick and choose. You can't be a Christian and believe in what your schooling program taught you about science because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. They go straight up against each other. So they walk you into being a contradictive spirit. So you get used to this shit because it's routines and practices. Everybody know a routine and practice on a daily is called a ritual, y'all. Y'all go look it up yourself. Don't be mad at me. That's what it is. I'm not the one made the word. Y'all the one that be scared of words. Soon as y'all hear ritual, spell, witchcraft, y'all the ones get scared of that. But say, I only supposed to fear God. Scared of Satanists, what Satanists could do, scared of Terriers, scared of sacred geometry, scared of astrology, scared of anatomy, scared of all this shit, but saying they only supposed to fear God. I'm telling you, I'm gonna clip those type of shit though, because they don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. Yeah, teaching duality, exactly. And that's the thing. They get lost on duality, and instead of them knowing how to take a foot over here and a foot over there, they put both feet and get caught and split esoterically. So y'all ever seen a man that's holding a bridge, a towel, and a towel right here, and his legs and shit chained up to it? I don't forgot the name of that person, but that's literally what they're doing with themselves spiritually. They're splitting themselves down the middle, not splitting themselves down the middle by using both sides, but they're getting split down the middle. You get what I'm saying? So that's the way it goes. Gauls and golems in the chat. Man, that's how it goes, man. I'm telling you, it gets serious, bro. Because people don't realize, like, bro, how many times you done heard when you was a kid and shit growing up? The newest fucking form of witchcraft, I could do something because something have been fucked up to me done, whether you did it, not, or whether something wasn't even done fucked up, whether just because I feel like victimizing it. So you got the Me Too movementers, you got all this type of shit that came to all-time high. To the point, there's some men now that just like, you know what, I don't want shit to do with a relationship. And they ain't even gay, just like, you know what, I'm back and fuck up. It's too much weirdness. And I know a lot of people like to talk. Even my dog, he be able to talk crazy. Why you ain't got no girlfriend in, bro? It done been 4 years, 5 years. You ain't getting no girlfriend over there. So that lets you know right now, boy, you know what's going on out this bit. They fucked up, and they're teaching them fucked up. They're giving them, they already had the housing programs and stuff like that. I already explained that to y'all. But now they have a whole program of women rights. Like, why is we separating rights? Why is there black rights, white rights, women rights? It shouldn't even have been that. But then when you come here, they don't teach you about your own self. How many foreigners? So Americans, like I told y'all, I'm the only one on the internet I heard say this. Americans is mad at each other for receiving or not receiving EBT, but foreigners get H-1Bs, the other type of visa that I named, the trust program where they get paid $10,000 a month just from being from another country. So you know how they be telling you, oh, you can move to another country and get paid. Man, they doing that to you right now too. Because they cosplaying Indians. They cosplaying Native Americans. Y'all ain't noticed that? How do every group got a civilization except Native Americans? And all of them was included in the Bible except Native Americans. Yet y'all how powerful America was, that the Bible itself not from. So if you're falling behind these trends of the Bible, you are lost because your Bible is only 1610. So 1610, basically, or the 1617, if you want to get super specific, or 1615, but we talking about actually being publicized, that's still in the 1600s. So we talking about less than 400 years ago, less than 500 years ago, a book from across the country came over here. Why you think they call Israelites? India, the real Muslims that y'all is when y'all get deep into Christianity and say y'all Muslims. I'm telling y'all, like, if y'all had the eye I got, y'all would be able to look at this shit like, what the fuck is we doing out here? Telling us the truth. We're taking other Americans out, getting put out our own states. You look at the population and stuff like that, it's less of you. Now, I'm not telling y'all to go feel a type of way, but I'll wait. Can you go to Africa, your American shit, and expect for them to let you do it? I'll wait. Go to India. Go to Saudi Arabia. I dare you to go to Saudi Arabia. Okay. Like, but here I go. The guy that averaged 5, 7 viewers, 10 viewers, and shit like that. But I'm over here talking about this. But the guy over there talking about, hey, I think tomorrow I should get a new car, Hellcat, when everybody in the world done seen a Hellcat or something, but got 100 million people in the chat. This is what the world coming to. Y'all don't see they do this shit on purpose? Like, this shit fucked up, man. Bro, listen, I don't know where you from or whatever, but at the same time, bro, you just one of those people that, how can you say something ain't got a channel? So the same way you try to correct somebody, you should have had a whole channel where you up there saying a lot. And like I said, my whole thing is back to the title. Y'all put beliefs and shit that got nothing to do with anything. So when you sitting there talking about God is in your relationship, or God is in control of your relationship, or you're healing, or all of this shit here, it all ties together. It's called the 5 pillars, bro. I already broke that down. I don't know where your brain was. But you know, sometimes you got to slow it down for the people in the back. So when you said I'm saying a lot, that's because your brain can't process it. So all you hear is words. You ever heard somebody say, I heard you, but you wasn't listening? That's what you just did. So you just helped prove the attention span of the people. That's why people like me can't have these high IQ conversations. Because why they go over people's head like yours? Because you don't have the overstanding. So you always under the shit. It's always going over your head because you always under some shit. See, I just broke that down, but you would tell me I ain't breaking shit down, though. But Tony Hawk, one of these random ass podcasters breaking down some shit, huh? These fucking haters out of nowhere, dog. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's up now? You gonna say something? Master Jerk, you gonna say something? That's crazy. Your name, Master Jerk. So you saying you the master at jerking people is crazy. But yet you got the nerve to say something to me. Oh, your ass got fired up. Now, why you ain't saying nothing, bro? Oh, you forgot I was a real person, motherfucker. I ain't AI. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all think people don't know how to cut. I'm from the hood, motherfucker. I'm gonna cut you harder than you can get cut. Mentally, verbally, however you want to look at it, dog. Because that's what I'm saying. So for a person that was writing a whole bunch of nothing, all you said was galls and gobblers in the chat. Bro, this is a war crime photo from the Gulf War. This is what you're saying. And you're trying to explain the photo that I'm explaining. I'm saying that's what people look like they're doing. You thinking I'm saying that is the photo? That's what I be telling y'all. See, people slow. You can't even use examples to try to point them so you can show them. That's how people got lost. So the whole Bible is proof that people can't understand hieroglyphics. It's proof that you can't explain something that you can't see to people in a version that you can see, because they'll get lost and think you're talking about the version, not the thing that you're trying to explain. That's what's going on here. I promise y'all this was going on here. We just seen the shit live. It happened. There's no way that just happened. That's what I'm telling y'all. There's no way a motherfucker just said that. Like, what else they saying up here, bro? I want to hear who you watch. We'll take a whole day and go watch y'all YouTubers. No. I have lived something that was, some people would say, supernatural, because I was counted as dead and came back. So however you want to look at it, it wasn't just back like I just came back. No, I had to get the help from the doctors and stuff. But yeah, but EBT, but that's how it was though. But paranormal, all of that. Listen to what it's called. Paranormal. Making you paranoid and normal. And in the normal reality of the world. Now I'm not saying it don't be crazy shifts that happen where certain things is aligned a certain way with an atmosphere. I'm gonna say it's more atmospheric, right? I'm gonna just keep it like that. I'm gonna tell you why later. But when it come down to ghost, Frankenstein, all that shit, I just broke it down yesterday. It ain't a such thing. These things do not actually exist. This is literally from a mind of a person that wanted to make a movie. Just like right now, what you see. Right now, they got somebody called a tickler. Right now, they got the tooth fairy. 40 years ago, they weren't talking about a tooth fairy flying around, being evil. They weren't talking about a Freddy Krueger. They weren't talking about a Jason. So these things be created by people. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. And the reason why these things get created by people, because they exist, but they do not exist the way that we picture it. Just like I was just trying to explain the hieroglyphics. Now, if I'm trying to explain in hieroglyphics that this guy died, and that's the guy that we see that died, and we're looking at his old life, what you think I'm going to do? I'm going to have the picture of him. So I'm not saying that ghost going to look like him when he died. But I'm saying, y'all remember that ghost that we seen, that dude that we seen? Now he's dead. That's the ghost that we're talking about. See, people be too, like, it's hard. You either got it or you don't. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's how it be, dog. You either got it or you don't at this point. Like, that's it. Like, you wasn't blessed to have it or blessed to try to get it. When you did have it, you played. When you is, like, out here. So let's look at it just like I was just explaining. In the movie, I'm not talking about the ghost, but the only way in the movie you're gonna see the ghost and know the character that it was is I show the person that you were just watching as the ghost in the form. So when you see him, it's gonna be an invisible, almost not there picture of me if it was me. You get what I'm saying? But really, it ain't nothing there if it was a ghost. It really supposed to be nothing. You get what I'm saying? But that's gonna take away the entertainment, and that's gonna take away the factors of you understanding what ghost it was and understand why the ghost of him had to show this part of the life. That killed the whole thing. Like, I don't get it. Like, man, these people that make these movies and stuff went to school with us, or a little bit older that's went to school with our parents. Like, I don't get how people think they be so fascinated. Like, oh, aliens only come to people that know the government. Come on, man. Like, come on, man. Y'all, come on, y'all. Come on, like, come on, y'all. Like, some of the stuff I know we want to believe in it because we love comic books. We love Teen Titan Go, Dragon Ball Z, SpongeBob. We love those animations. That Walt Disney got us really wanting to bring these shits out to real life. We really want to catch a Pokemon in real life. But we the only Pokemon getting caught. Esoteric Pokeballs. Because we getting caught and we battling it out against each other for a fucking trainer that don't give a fuck about us. AKA a handler is what they call it when you in the damn entertainment, son. You see that? I could flip shit, use the words from over here and just show you how they all be the same thing. A handler, a tamer. But they tell you it's Pokeball. He got captured. Oh, they tell you the leaves got him. Exactly. Got him. Catch him. Got them all. Same thing. Like I'm not the one letting these main things be main media and they're pushed over something else. So y'all telling me Pokemon and Digimon, it never was another person thought about making muns? I Dragon Ball Z, nobody else thinking about it. Man, come on, man. Y'all gotta quit, bro. Certain animes gotta go along with what gotta go along with the programming. That's just what it is, dog. And when they don't, they get sent to Nickelodeon or some other place until we can figure out what to do with it, kind of that type of shit. But anyways, y'all, hopefully everybody was able to enjoy that. EBT, if you got any more questions, bro, before I get out, and you using them at 33, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I'm finna it don't fear me like they do to other people. You get it? You probably just one of the smart individuals. That's all it is. You probably actually understand it. But anyways, y'all, I'm supposed to be taking these kids, get up in the morning and stuff with them. So, man, y'all already know, man, I'm finna wrap it up. I still got to be a father. I still got them 3 other channels that we got done earlier. So that's what make it raw. This is not the only channel I got, y'all, but I'm trying to pump it, y'all. We trying to get it going so I could be able to reach to the youth and all that stuff. Do you think superheroes are permanently the potential troop? Yeah. Matter of fact, bro, pull up tomorrow. I got you. I got something raw. How about we do Wonder Woman and Superman out the gate? I got you. I'm telling you, Wonder Woman and Superman out the gate. I got you. Because a lot of people don't even understand Wonder Woman all the way to the breaks and the blocks. It get deep. They have to tell you before they do it long. Yeah. Um, that's how magic works. It's called six-dimensional energy. The only way you can get somebody to feed into something is to get them to pay attention. Once you got them to pay attention, now what is that called? That's hypnosis. So when you used to see the TVs come on and had the black and white, that black and white was duality. And when you're looking at that duality, that's the thought forms. That's your emotions and your thoughts. Your emotions being the black, and your the white being the thoughts and the images. So your thoughts and the images get to swirling. So when you swirl something or put it in a 360, this is how you get to spiraling. So what they do is get you to get lost into the spiral. So if you don't understand what be going on, the spirals be twisted. That's why it always be like a superhero movie. Start off as one of them a boy, then switch to a girl. Like, and they always try to do these things because not only they're trying to use Luciferian energy that people don't understand, but they're trying to transmute this energy. You gotta know it takes the one and the two to make a three, aka it takes the father and the mother to make the child. So without that, you don't have nothing that exists. If a person think I'm wrong about that, then how the fuck they got here? Even if they're a test tube baby, they still got a father. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it goes. So when we talk about locking in, tapping in, like Naruto and all that there, Naruto, think about it. How many chakras Naruto had? Exactly. He was the what? The nine-tailed fox. So when you look at the nine-tailed fox and then you think of the human, and the highest number in the world to the human world or the physical world is the number 9. We live in a third dimension. The number 9. So three-dimensional beings make a 9, right? So that's the way that they like to look at it. So even you, two third dimensional beings make a 9, make the ninth one. So that's the way they look at it. So you'll even have people get lost into what it is, 10% religion or something like that, and they'll be like, 1 is the father, 2 is the mother, 3 is the child, 1 is the knowledge, 2 is the wisdom, 3 is the understanding. So I'm even breaking out other religions of how they get lost. I could grab every single religion of how they actually move and tie it in with every other single religion. So it's basically 12 main religions, and show you where they all was pointing from, because they all come from a specific side. That's all. They destroyed the family with the fall of the Holy Spirit, Son, and all, man. Yeah. No family, no divine father, no mother, no spirit. Exactly. Because they knew you take away the great spirit, and then you take away thy mother, thy earth, thy Lord in heaven, thy Father. You see what I'm saying? And people don't know how to pay attention to the atmosphere, the sun, and don't know how to pay attention to what's being produced in the earth. So we let these things get mutated. We letting man put the work of God. We letting man play the role of God like we was told that it was going to be told in their own book that they wrote. Like, I don't know, do people forget that the Bible still was wrote by a person? Because we weren't even writing. We weren't even using English like that. So, like, everything is wrong about that. Like, everything is self-explanatory about that. Even the Bible now, if you get a 1776 Bible versus the Bible we got now, they completely different. That Bible talk about the 13 signs and the sun being the 13th sign. And the sun was the newborn 13th sign because it was like, yo, here go my son onto his heaven. You already had 12 dogs, being the 12 divisions in the. So when talking about 13 signs, as in saying it's 13, but my son is going to go through and experience each part of the fucking sky. So it's going to be 13. It's going to be this one thing, experience all 12 divisions of the sky. So that's what we got over there. Then they'll talk about the 14 things. And then that's when they come with that. So the same thing with the feminine side too. They'll say the 13 darkness or some shit like that. It's always that type of stuff, bro. You just got to pay attention to the numerology and the geometry behind it. So even when you read Bible quotes like John 3:16, I gave my only begotten son to the world. Listen to what it says. John 3:16. If we want to talk about the 3, what will the 3 be? The 3 will be the surrounding. Or the 3 will be, what's coming into. So then when you look at the 1, what is the 1? The 1 is the independent, or who is happening to. So he gave his only one begotten child to the world. So when you look at the 6 is what I was telling you earlier. The 6 is what we pay attention to. So the biggest light that we pay attention to that was given to us by God, a miracle way that we do not know how it got here, which is obviously talking about the sun. That's what we're supposed to be talking about. That's it. That's simple. That's simple, dog. I'm telling you. It's just we make it complex because that's all we know how to do. So complex because I don't forgot what it's called, but I'll get that later on too. But yeah, gang, I'm telling you, man, we're going to break that down too tomorrow. But I'm finna get up out of here, man. My damn feet starting to hurt with these damn slides, y'all. I'm still in the human body. But anyways, y'all, I'm out, man.